Hello and welcome, Aquarius. We're diving deep into 2026, which is shaping up to be a really significant year for you. So in this explainer, we're going to break down your astrological map for the year ahead, giving you a sort of celestial compass to navigate everything. Let's get right into it.
So the big question on everyone's mind, is 2026 going to be a year of trial or a year of triumph for you? Well, here's the thing. It's actually both. The cosmos is setting up a really pivotal 12 months for you, and it's packed with this powerful mix of some pretty deep challenges, but also some absolutely incredible opportunities. To really get a handle on 2026, you've got to see it as a story, almost like a movie with 3 acts. The celestial forecast shows a year with a very clear narrative arc. So we're going to break down that journey, starting with a period of ascent, then moving through a bit of a trial, and finishing with a really powerful rebound. Okay, let's kick things off with part 1, the ascent. This is going to cover the first part of the year, from January all the way through early June. You can really think of this as your launch pad for the year, a time that's all about growth, stability, and just building up some great positive momentum. And you can see just how good this energy is across the board. In your career, you can expect some real growth, maybe even promotions, and you'll get some crucial support from your bosses or other senior figures. Financially, things are looking good, with stable income streams. Even with your studies, while you might struggle a little to focus, your achievements are still going to be solid. And in your relationships, everything just feels under control, It's the perfect time to build a solid foundation for the rest of the year. All right, now for part 2. We're calling this one the gauntlet. This phase runs from about mid-June all the way through the end of October. And yeah, the tone definitely shifts here. Now, this isn't a time to be afraid, but it is absolutely a time to be strategic, to be smart, and to be really, really aware of what's going on around you. So, from June 2nd to October 31st, you're going to want to have your guard up. Career-wise, you've got to watch out for office politics. They could cause some real setbacks. Financially, expect your expenses to rise, maybe even sharply. For students, it's going to be a difficult time with a lot of distractions. And in your relationships, things can get pretty strained, with a real risk of frequent arguments or maybe even separation. But pay very close attention to your health. This becomes a major area of concern, so getting regular medical checkups is an absolute must. But hey, after the trial, that's when the comeback happens. So let's move on to part 3, the rebound. This covers the final stretch of the year, November and December, and it is all about recovery, resolution, and seeing that powerful, positive momentum come roaring back. And your path to recovery really happens in 2 clear steps. As soon as October is over, you're going to feel that sense of control just snap back into place. New career opportunities open up, those expenses finally get under control, relationships start to heal, and you'll get your energy back. Then, after November 25th, things get even better. You'll find yourself really getting ahead of competitors. You'll be able to study with renewed focus, and you'll find real happiness and clear understanding in your family life. Okay, so now that we get the general flow of the year, let's get even more strategic. Let's talk about your power updates. Think of these as key windows of opportunity where the planetary alignments are especially on your side. You might want to mark these down. When the sun moves through these specific parts of your chart, it gives you a major boost of energy and support. So for you, we're talking mid-April to mid-May, then again from mid-July to mid-August, and then for pretty much the last 6 weeks of the year. These are your high energy windows. So if you've got important moves to make, try to plan them for these times. And finally, let's look at your celestial compass. So beyond the timeline of the year, there are a few big picture themes, sort of guiding principles that apply across the entire year. Think of these as your true north for 2026. Here are 3 key tips for the whole year. First, communication. Make a real conscious effort to avoid heated arguments and harsh words. It's just a year where misunderstandings can happen easily. Second, safety. Just be extra careful when you're driving or using any kind of vehicle. And third, your inner world. This is a year where you might find yourself questioning your beliefs, your spiritual path, maybe even exploring some different ideas as you search for deeper answers. So to wrap it all up, 2026 for you, Aquarius, is a story with a really clear beginning, middle, and end. It's a journey of ascent, a period of trial, and then a final triumphant rebound. And the most powerful tool you have through all of this is your awareness. Just knowing the terrain ahead is your single greatest advantage. Ultimately, the stars are offering you a map, right? A detailed guide to what the year looks like. But a map isn't the journey itself. You're the one in the driver's seat. So the most important question is, with all this knowledge in your hands, how are you going to choose to steer?